Hello guys and good morning. I'm in a rush. I'm about to get the kids going to school. So I will be back with you later. Alright, so we're headed to the house. We just dropped Caden off. And it was really irritating because the lady per his IEP was supposed to be out there waiting for us to get there so that we could have her take him into his classroom, and she was not there. And I had to wait there, and eventually she never came out, and so I just got out and I told the crosswalk lady who was right beside me and some other lady, I think she's a therapist, that someone needed to walk Caden into his classroom, and the therapy lady was about to take him in, and then the lady who was supposed to be waiting out there came out of the building. Anyways, we are finally home, back home. Yeah, I'm just a little bit irritated because this is not the first time that something has happened like this where they're not doing what they're supposed to for the IEP, and this is like really, really minor compared to the other things that have happened. Like, this is not even a big deal. Because she did eventually come out. I'm not sure why she wasn't out there to begin with, but she did eventually come out. But I was waiting in line for like 5 minutes, and it's a drop-off line. So the cars need to go fast. You need to get up to where you're supposed to be, open your door, let your kid out, and go. But Caden tends to wander. That's why he ended up getting lost and wandering away from the school down the road. But I haven't really talked about that on here either, so I probably need to tell you guys about what happened there. But there's been so much stuff going on with this school that that gave them a big wake-up call, but I thought that that would be like the worst moment and that they would like completely turn around from there, but that's not how it worked. But they lost him. They literally didn't know where he was. Not today, but it was like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, where this big fiasco happened where Bryce came to pick him up from school and nobody knew where he was. They had a school-wide search for Caden. An autistic boy was lost, not inside the school. It ended up that Caden had left, from what he said, because his teacher had gone and he had a sub, and he was always told at school that he needed to be with his teacher at leaving time. He needed to stay with his teacher, and so he left the group. They had split his class into 2 groups, and he left his group to go back to the classroom to look for her, and she wasn't there, and so he decided that he was gonna try and go home himself. So to this, I was going to add also that nobody knew he was missing. So he'd left the group and nobody had counted heads or anything to drop kids off. They were apparently dropping kids with their parents, and Bryce had to ask them where Caden was. They didn't know that he was even missing. Which is why we put this in his IEP in the first place, that somebody needs to walk him into his classroom and someone needs to walk him to the car. And they weren't doing that. And then that happened, and so that is why that was put in place. So now I was hoping that they'd take it more seriously, because we could have sued them. Like, they could have been in really, really big trouble, but we didn't. We did have a meeting with the principal, and she said that everything was going to be resolved, and yada yada yada, and she's sorry, and all this stuff, and it was a big accident, and it never happened again. So it's like, okay, fine, we'll see. I was hoping that this was gonna be like a big enough event to lose an autistic child. And he was down the road apparently with a man by a white van, from what I'm told, where they found him. But we thought that would be a big enough event for them to take it more seriously, but it seems like, based on today, that they're not taking it seriously, because I was sitting there for 5 minutes, which doesn't seem like very long, but in the pickup line, they they start getting mad at you if you stay there longer than 2 minutes. So people like to move fast and move up in the line and be able to drop their kids off, and if one person just sits there, it ruins the flow of everything, and everybody's like backed up all the way down the road, and it's just crazy. So that's why it was a big deal. So she wasn't out there when she was supposed to be, and I had to get out of my vehicle and find somebody to talk to figure out who's gonna take Caden into his classroom. It shouldn't be like that. So again, not the biggest, worst thing that could have happened. It's not even that big of a deal to me, other than the fact that I feel like they're starting to slip back up again. So I have an hour left until school starts for Asher. Well, the bus comes for Asher. I just got stuff in the mail that Asher helped me bring in. Hey, pretty girl. Yeah, who's that girl? You're so precious. I am now checking backpacks for homework since Caden's been lying to us about having homework, but he just finished the one page that I knew he had, and I promised him that if he did it correctly, without complaining, that he would get a cold lunch tomorrow, because he really wants cold lunches. And he took one today because he did 4 pages of homework last night. So if we check this and he's got more homework, he'll have to do that to get the cold lunch. I know, silly thing to bargain with. And we really don't have anything to give him right now, other than peanut butter and jelly, but he said he doesn't want that. Ooh, we got spelling words. So aside from working on spelling words, and a spelling test and sight words to spell, and practicing sight words, sorry, my camera keeps going down here when I'm talking. Other than that, he's good. So that is really, really good. That means that I have to put together a list of stuff to get 4 cold lunches because... Hey, what's wrong? So now we're gonna have to take all these ones and go up to Target or Walmart, I'm not sure which, and head up to get some food. We gotta get some food for cold lunches for Caden. Since he did his homework. Do you have homework?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I wouldn't be either. Okay, show him your closet. Where's your closet, Asher?
I don't know.
It's right there. Where all your clothes are? There's your closet. And where's the toaster oven? It's right there on the bookshelf. And where's your books? Oh, are you gonna show them how to use the toaster oven? Yeah, we put stuff on there. Struggling. Ah! So that toaster oven is actually one that we used until 2 or 3 years ago. It's sitting in our kitchen unused since our last apartment. So I figured, hey, tie up the cord and let the kids play with it, which has been working out great so far. They love it. And they just pretend to cook their toys and stuff. So, I mean, it works. We did their whole room, which I haven't showed you yet, but you can kind of see. I know I'm gonna get comments about the bunk bed. Bunk bed behind me. Yes, it is a bunk bed now. And no, it doesn't have a ladder because no one uses the top bunk. for the past like 2 months, probably longer than that, one bed has been unused, and that's because Asher does not stay in his room. We have trains that come by and they're really loud, and Asher has a sensitivity to that, so whenever a train comes by in the middle of the night, especially Friday night, he can't stay in here. He gets scared. And he can hear them from like a mile away. I don't even know how, but so he can't stay in here because it's like a closed room. He's scared, and it's been like an on again off again like fear, because there was a point in time where he didn't have that fear at all, and then it came back. So not quite sure why, but we figured why not clear out some space in this room by making it into a bunk really quick. It's super easy, and just not adding a ladder so they can't get up there, they can't access that. And they've been sleeping, he's been sleeping out on the couch. So yeah, that's why it's a bunk bed. Look at that boy. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Asher.
How old are you, Asher? How old are you, Asher? How many years old are you?
I'm Asher.
I know you're Asher. How many years old are you?
I am 4.
There you go. You're 4 years old. Ah, you're in jail. Ah, we're both in jail. Oh no. Okay, guys. So, trying to improve the lighting. The sun is gonna go down soon, and I need to cook some dinner. I'm gonna go out into the garage and see. Asher's up here. I'm gonna go out there and see what we've got. I don't know what hamburger is. My dad makes these things for me. And I'm not sure what the difference between hamburger and ground beef is, so we're gonna try and make it into ground beef.
The kitties, one is going to, like, he will never return again.
What does this pumpkin say?
Thanksgiving.
No.
Yeah.
Close.
It says Thanksgiving.
It says thanks and give.
Sparkly.
You like sparkly?
Yep, I'm going to have this pumpkin.
You like the stem? It's sparkly too.
Now I really like this.
So we're getting kids in the van right now. We've got Paw Patrol up on their DVD player to keep them from all fighting and all hell breaking loose. Emmy, are you excited to go to the store? No. Say yes. Hey guys, so I am back home, just me and Caden. Caden had an accident in the car. We couldn't get him somewhere in time. Yeah, we're back home. I'm editing. We got all his Lunchables into the fridge. They had a deal where everything was $1, so we did pretty good on prices. That's what he wanted. He wanted Lunchables. Now he's saying that he wants to bring Lunchables to all his friends at lunch, and I'm like, I can't afford that. His room now, hopefully asleep. He's being quiet, and I'm about to edit my video, and then while it's uploading, I'm gonna play Fortnite because it takes like 1.5 years to upload, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.